This is my first video since I had discovered that I had reached my closure of narcissistic abuse that I was subjected to by my narcissistic mother. And I'm really liking the journey so far. And now it's made me focus on the good things instead of the bad things. The good things is really being able to turn over that new leaf and start looking within myself and looking at my capabilities, the things that I know that I'm capable of doing. And it feels very good to have that closure and just to put it all behind me. And this video is going to be more about me reevaluating my thinking in terms of not trying to compare myself with my narcissistic sisters. And I know the past few videos, I know that I was comparing myself to them a little bit, but I was going through what many of you are going through, the same thing. And what I'm reevaluating as far as comparing myself to them and any other person that comes through my path, I have to really came to the realization actually that there are a lot of things of me that make me very unique. And one of the big things that I see in myself is that I'm a strong person. I came through so much adversity with my narcissistic family. And making through my recovery could either make me or break me. And I decided that I wasn't going to allow the narcissistic abuse that I was subjected to by my narcissistic mother. I refused to just let it break me. And I decided to let it make me stronger than I ever have been. So as I take my journey day by day, all I want to do is just keep reevaluating and changing my way of thinking and really move forward to the wonderful things that now await me. And what I want to try to focus on right now, besides me moving forward and focusing on the things that await me, I still have every intention on continuing my channel here on YouTube. Just because I found closure doesn't mean that my channel is going to end. I still want to help each and every one of you, regardless where we're at in your stage of recovery. Whether it's you realized what's happened to you and you realize what's happened to you actually has a name, whether you're at that stage or you've already empowered yourself by reading and watching and subscribing to YouTube videos about narcissism, that stage to actually making the efforts by getting therapy and doing the work that the therapist has you do, to whether you stop becoming the victim and start becoming the victor, to where you eventually reach the level of closure. Regardless, in those stages I just mentioned, I am here to help you. And I want to help each and every one of you. And if I can do it to reach this stage, you can too. There is nothing that you cannot do. But at some point you gotta ask yourself, do you want to let the narcissistic abuse actually beat and break you, or do you want to be the victor and you beat the narcissistic abuse that you were subjected to? All you can do is take each thing day by day. And I ask that you don't put any pressure on yourself or any time limit. Everybody recovers differently. And as I make more videos after this one, I'm going to really try to focus my efforts on helping each and every one of you be where I'm at. And you can do it, and don't let nobody else tell you that you can't. You got to have that inner drive. But like I said, I could have not come to this closure if it had not been for God. I am nothing without Him. And, if some of you become offended because I'm a believer, I'm sorry. I love you, but I also love my God. And I am nothing without Him. So where I'm at, He gets all the praise and all the glory. Because of where I'm at right now. I have been through so much adversity, and so have you. But this is what it feels like when you reach your closure. You feel more and more at peace, and you start to reevaluate your thinking. You reach that point of just deprogramming yourself and reprogramming yourself. I'm like, deprogramming yourself, the junk that the narcissistic mother or both parents have put in your head, to really knowing and experiencing the positive things in life, and that's the reprogramming of yourself. Reprogramming yourself is like removing all those labels that your narcissistic family, or particularly if it's your mother, has really put and programmed in your head. Reprogramming is just taking all the bullshit thinking, the stupid ways of thinking, and the poisonous ways of thinking, to all the put downs, to bringing you down, to try to break you, to try to make you look like you're crazy, the gaslighting, reprogramming yourself is just really just reprogramming yourself and taking that junk out and put the good stuff and better and positive things in and move forward. So as I reevaluate my ways of thinking of what was taught to me by my narc mother, now I reached the process of starting to reprogram my way of thinking and which comes from just reevaluating my thinking and just yank out all the junk that she's put in my head, especially the materialism. My narcissistic mother had always taught all of us kids all about materialism. It's like you're nothing if you don't have this brand of clothing, or if you don't have this Coach purse, or if you don't shop at Henry Bendel, or you don't have an Apple phone, or an iPad, all that crap. And above all else, she has taught a lot of us kids, all of us kids, about finding yourself a man with money that will take care of you. And I had taught my oldest daughter completely the opposite. And that is, you get things yourself. Don't rely on a man for anything. You have your own. And you get things, obtain things on your own. Don't ever rely on a man. And if a man comes your way, you better make sure what he can bring to the table before you even give him an ounce of your time. That's what I told my oldest daughter. And for my other daughter, even though, legally, okay, yeah, my mother adopted her, and like I've explained in the last video why, I know and believe that one day that God will bring her back to me, and when she does come back to me, hopefully I can get her straightened out. And there's not a day it doesn't go by I don't think about her. It hurts me. And I have a feeling she's hurt inside. And it hurts me. But I don't want to think about it too much because, like I said, it would devastate me. It just hurts too much. And believe me, if I had all the money in the world, I would do anything to get her back. Anything. But unfortunately, I don't have that way of means. So, what I can do now is just focus on the things that I need to do and look within myself and see all the wonderful abilities and gifts and talents that God has given me. And that just takes a lot of soul searching. And when you get to this stage, that comes with reevaluating your thinking and reprogramming yourself and removing all the junk and the stupid, really bullshit thinking that your narcissistic mother has instilled in your head. And that's going to take some work. It really is. It's not going to come overnight. So, I know with God's help I'll get there. And so will you. So from here on, from beyond this video, I really want to focus on how I can help, how my videos can actually help you get to where you want to be. But you have to make the decision, and you have to stick to it. Believe me, I've made the mistake of no contact with my mother and thinking that everything was going to be okay, and thought maybe she actually saw the error of her ways, which was really nothing but deception. And it took me a long time to really realize, and like I said, when She didn't go to my graduation after all this time when I was in school, and I kept telling her my grades and showing her my grades, and she kept claiming that she was proud of me. And then when it really came down to it, that I wanted her to come to my graduation, and she made every single excuse not to come to my graduation. And all the times that I found out that she was telling my narc sisters me and Paul's business, and some other things, then that was really the straw that broke the camel's back. And right there I knew I had to end it for good. I was fooled once by her, and I'm not going to be fooled by her ever again. And whenever my mom does pass away, whenever that day comes, I really highly doubt if my narc sisters will ever really realize how messed up they were, and what a big mistake that they've made by cutting me out of their lives. Maybe that day will come, maybe it won't, and either way, it doesn't matter anymore. It really does not matter to me anymore at this point. Even if one of them were to come up to me and really, I don't know, got on the ground and really swore up and down, realized how wrong they were, and say that they're sorry, I still wouldn't take them back in. None of them. Because now I can't trust them. Because I always believe once a narc is always a narc. And, I just hope maybe the opportunity would really present itself to where maybe I can just, I don't know, move out of the state, move clear across the country, move out of the country, whatever opportunity ever really comes my way for me to get out of here, I'd be glad to do it. But it has to be God presenting those things to me, of course. So then I'm just going to take things as they come and just go from there. I'm starting to find my joy again. And I've also found peace. Each day has gotten a little bit better for me, and I'm still doing a pretty good job of keeping myself up and working out. Still fall a little bit down on a diet a little bit, but I gotta put myself back up. No need for me to get hard on myself. I can do it. Like I said, I've lost this weight before, and I can do it again. So, and once I do lose the weight, it's going to stay off. But each and every one of you that has subscribed to my channel, I wholeheartedly thank you for subscribing. And I welcome each and every one of you to my channel. And if there's any of you that's been a long time subscriber, please accept my apology that I did not thank you earlier. But I thank you. And I've been keeping an eye on the comments and watching, all the comments that come through that I read, and I do read them, and some I respond, some I don't, but they all basically say the same thing. And I'm very thankful for all the subscribers that I do have, and I just thank you for continuing to watch, and I'm glad that my videos are helping each and every one of you. I'm very happy about that, and it makes me feel good knowing that I'm helping each and every one of you out there to really come to grips of what you're dealing with. And just know that I've been where you're at. All I can say is that you just take one day at a time, because you've been through a lot. And narcissistic abuse, it's just as bad as physical. And I mean, even with narcissistic abuse, there could be some physical, but for me, it was all mental. Very mental. And my fiance, he had a combination of both the physical and the mental through his father. His late father, I should say. So he had the more extreme. And thank goodness he hasn't really become a narcissist, because I'm very fortunate that he hasn't. He's been more loving, more affectionate. We do talk things out, and I'm very happy. Not just because I have a man in my life, but I'm happy with me, of all the stuff that I've been through and what many of you have been through. I'm very, very happy that I've made it to this point. And like I said, all the glory to God. Without him, I would have not reached this point as progressively as I have. So from here on, if any of you, like I said, and like I've mentioned in the last video, that if there's any type of request that any of you would like for me to do something on that would help you, please feel free to give me your suggestions. And you could either say it under the comments channel, or you can give me a private message, or you can send me an email at maryallen7079@yahoo.com. So those are your three choices. If you have any suggestions, I'll be happy to do it. Because from here on, my channel that I want to do with this channel of mine is to help each and every one of you to get where I am and many others have been, and that's at the closure point. But I will from time to time give you updates of how I'm coming along with my closure, and as I reevaluate things and change my way of thinking, because now I would like to inspire each and every one of you. You can do it. So I'll wrap up this video for now, and I thank each and every one of you for watching. As always, I wish you peace, and I wish you lots of love. And above all else, all of you out there, take it one day at a time and stay strong. Thank you. Take care for now.